Hello, everyone. My name is Wahyu Jatmiko from Faculty of Economics and Business, Universitas Indonesia. In this short video, I would like to share with you the recently accepted co-author paper of mine in the British Journal of Management. So this paper entitled On the Ethicality of Islamic Banks Business Model, and my co-authors are Abdullah Iqbal from Kent University and Muhammed-Shahid Ebrahim from Durham University. This is going to be a very short video containing the brief of purpose of our paper, methodology, result and implication, further research, as well as the appendices. So the motivation of our paper is pretty much straightforward. We know that the global financial crisis has exposed the unethicality of risk-taking behavior conducted by the general banks as general, in the sense that conventional banks here generate excessive profit for themselves whilst transferring the downside risk to society at large. Islamic banks try to get this opportunity to actively promote and differentiate themselves as being ethically oriented. Of course, by ethical, one of the meaning itself is in the prohibition of riba, literally translated as interest-bearing transaction, as well as gharar or uncertainty. So the purpose of this study is actually to examine whether Islamic banks business model de facto complies with the higher ethical objective of Islamic law as the industry claims. So in so doing, we first develop an ethical framework for Islamic finance institutions, which is very much now scanned. And secondly, we employ mixed methods combining quantitative, empirical, as well as theoretical approaches. So our ethical framework is derived not only from Islamic sources of knowledge, the Quran and the prophetic traditions, but also we try to synthesize it with the mainstream ethics. And we see that it is more towards agent-based virtue ethics rather than action-based deontology or teleology ethics, right? With this in mind, we can derive that the definition of riba can be even broader than just interest rate or interest-based transaction. Riba, we identified it with agency cost of debt, whilst gharar, we identified it with asymmetric information, as well as excessive risk-taking behavior. So our test, empirical as well as theoretical, will try to actually examine whether the business model of Islamic banks are actually avoiding already the agency cost of debt, as well as asymmetric information and excessive risk-taking behavior to be claimed as ethical. Our empirical and theoretical results show that the agency cost of debt and excessive risk-taking behavior are still there in Islamic banks. This is despite the endorsement, of course, of the scholars who are there in the Sharia Supervisory Board, right? Being additional layer of governance of Islamic banks themselves. So they should actually maintain and prevent this unethical behavior to be happening in the Sharia or Islamic banks business model. So of course, with this, we actually call for the rating of the Islamic banking business model. So the rest of it is the appendices showing you how, in brief, we actually examine empirically the de facto ethicality of Islamic banks business model as well as theoretical one. This is how we see the disconnect between real and finance in Islamic bank, financial sector in Islamic bank still, And this is also the price gouging happened in the pricing of Islamic bank. Risk shifting as well as underinvestment are theoretically also there in Islamic banks, and also the gharar is still there in Islamic banks, in the sense that its financing decreases allocative efficiency, escalates risk shifting, as well as underinvestment. So hopefully this brief explanation is helpful to actually giving you an idea how is our paper constructed, and the idea of our paper itself. Hope you like it and enjoy the reading of our paper. Thank you very much.